How's it going, Habibis? Hopefully you guys are enjoying playing Dragoon as much as I am. Today we're going to talk about the most important card in Dark Magician. It is not talked about, nobody knows about it right now, but it is so freaking cracked. I'm talking about none other than Diviner of the Herald. This is a true one-card combo for the deck. It does so much. It gets us out Dragoon by itself and can do so much more. I'm going to show you guys all of that in the video. Be sure to stick around to the very end though, because I go over this combo that I just accidentally made up in the middle of the night, and I promise you've never seen it before. It's so freaking crazy what we could do with just two cards, one of them being Diviner of the Herald. But here I'm going to show you guys what we could do with just the one Diviner. I was reading the comments of the previous video, and everyone was asking me, do I need to play Diviner? It's a UR. Do I have to play it at 3? The answer is yes. It is so damn good. If you can play it at 4, you play it because it is cracked. You're going to see here what it can do. We have a bricked up hand, right? We have nothing. We can't do anything here. Diviner is going to fix that. So we're going to summon the Diviner. Diviner lets us send Herald of the Arclight from our extra deck. Herald, when it's in the graveyard, lets us search for IOC. IOC gets souls, and then we're going to fix the hand here and put back the Dark Magician. So Dark Magician and a Garnet in a Dark Magician deck, so we gotta put it back, unfortunately. We send Dark Magician Girl, and we also send Magician Souls for a draw. We draw into Magic Glass Fusion. I did recently add that. If you watched the previous video, I was just playing Branded Fusion. Magic Glass Fusion allows me to go into a second Dragoon. It's very good for the grind game. I do like it. So now we have the two monsters on the field, all because of Diviner, and we're able to go into Verte, and Verte is going to send Ref. So I'm playing Ref now over Branded Fusion. I will definitely be playing Branded Fusion in the future. I did say that I was going to try it out with probably like a Nadir build again, but I feel like Ref is a little bit more consistent for getting out Dragoon, while Branded Fusion is more versatile. I did need more space in my extra deck, and I feel like since we're playing Dark Magician, we want to get Dragoon out as often as possible, and Ref is a little bit better for that. So now, because we have Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl in the grave, we are going to activate Soul Servant, draw 2 cards, and all of this is enabled because of Diviner. We're able to set up Toy Box for any, battle protection. We draw into, Imperms and Ash, and we have hand traps. So we are chilling here with just our Dragoon. We're playing against a Labyrinth Dogmatica deck. They are going to set 3 and pass here. We're going to draw into Eternal Soul, another new card. I did add some Dark Magician cards because I did miss it. I missed the feeling of playing DM. We'll talk about that later. They're going to play Ice Dragon Prison, trying to get rid of our Dragoon. That could get rid of it, so I have to negate it. I do gain 1,000 attack points here, which is so nice. So nice. But yeah, I did miss playing the Dark Magician cards. And here you're going to see I kind of go for the DM plays because I feel like I'm in complete control of this duel. I'm kind of just playing with my food. I really feel good with Dragoon and my setup here. And the Eternal Soul and the Circle, they are very underwhelming, I'm not going to lie. But it is nice to have them, You can go without them, but if you want the DM feel, I guess you got to play them. You're also going to see later on in the video, we do have a part where the Circle kind of comes in handy. So, Dark Magician best deck. Dark Magician best deck. Anyway, they said big welcome Labyrinth. We're going to Ash that. That's not the point. We win the duel easy peasy. We're not here to demonstrate us beating up on this poor Labyrinth player. We're here to demonstrate why Diviner of the Herald is the best card for Dark Magician. You got to play it. Let's go into the next replay. All right, so now we're going to show what this can do going second. We're going up against Sword Soul Tenyi. And as you saw here, I kind of alluded to it earlier, we drew into a bunch of Garnets. Cartesia, Quem, they're cards that we like to add mid-combo. They're cards that you never want to see in your opening hand. So I am experimenting with the deck. I'm trying to figure out ways to make the Garnets less visible, if you catch my drift. So whether that be, decreasing the number of them. I was thinking about cutting Quem potentially. See if I can, still overextend with a cross sheet maybe in that scenario, if you guys follow what I'm saying. If not, it's not a big deal. But I'm thinking about that, or I'm also thinking about upping the number of cards in the deck so that it's less likely to see the one-ups. We'll see. I'll definitely keep you guys updated because I think I had this philosophy all my life that I can't play above 40 cards, and I'm starting to go away from that a little bit. And in certain decks it works. It doesn't always work in DM, but we're going to see. So Diviner of the Herald, if nothing else, gives us something that the opponent has to worry about. Many people think Diviner of the Herald, they might think, you know, Voiceless Voice or something. So they instantly try to imperm it, they instantly try to ash it. It usually eats up a negate. So luckily we drew into Magician Souls. They are going to use their Shishao to negate Diviner of the Herald, no problem. Something else I forgot to mention in the previous video, in the previous duel, is that Diviner of the Herald, when it sends that Herald of the Arclight, it becomes a level 6. So not only is it that 1-card combo to get you into your Dragoon, it's also a great piece to go into Baron de Fleur, because it becomes a level 6, and with our toy cards, you get a bunch of level 4s on the field. You're going to see that in the next replay. So here I use Circle, and I stack the deck with the card I want, and my opponent allows me to draw it. It's Triple Tactics Talent. I'm going to use its effect, basically force out the Baron de Fleur negate, and from here I know that I have a good chance to win. I go into Verte. It didn't seem like they had an imperm, so I was pretty confident here. We go into Dragoon, and we are gonna start using that Dragoon effect. Now, another reason to play Ref is it gives you the 2 pops here. These 2 pops almost single-handedly win me the duel, and what I did here was I felt like I had a chance to win here. I was trying to use my negate of Dragoon on the Verte. So I used Verte's effect to make a monster into a dark. I used Verte's other effect, and I negated it with Dragoon. The reason I did this is so Dragoon would get up to 4,000. I could attack over this, inflict 3,000 damage, go for game. Unfortunately, my opponent ends up tagging it out, so I couldn't go for game. No big deal. You know, just something to keep in mind. That is an option sometimes to use that Verte play. It's won me some games, actually. That wasn't the first time I've ever done it. It has won me some games just getting that extra 1,000 point boost. We're going to negate the Moye because they just revealed the 1 card in their hand. It's, you know, Long Gong Magong, and they can't use it, so I'm not worried about it. We're going to pop it, call it a game, GG. So Diviner of the Herald going first, easy Dragoon. Diviner of the Herald going second, baits a lot of negates and can be a crucial combo piece. So now I'm going to show you guys a crazy combo that you've never seen before. Alright guys, so this is the 2-card combo that I was talking about. This is an insane, crazy combo with Diviner and Toy Box. You've never seen this one, be sure to pay close attention. We're going to go IOC, grab the souls. We're going to make sure that we keep the IOC. We're going to put back that Cartesia because we need it to be sent out of the deck for Quem's effect. Now, we normal summon Diviner here. And for those that are aware of how this combo usually goes, we use our normal summon to get Quem. You're going to see here in a second. Nothing changes. We're still going to search for Quem. But this end board is going to end on 3 additional disruptions that our previous one doesn't. We search for Quem. We're going to use Toy Tank's effect to summon the Quem to pitch that Cartesia. And then we're going to go into Cross Sheep. So now you might be thinking, if you're really familiar with the combo, if you've been doing this, if you've been watching my videos, if you are Maddie pilled, Habibi pilled, and you know how this combo works, you would know that we need a way to summon out this Dark Magician Girl, and we usually use Toy Tank. How are we going to summon out the Dark Magician Girl now? You're going to see. Trust me. You're going to see. She will be summoned. Cartesia is going to be special summoned because we summoned from the extra deck, and we are going to use the IOC that we kept in our hand on purpose to go into Grangular, pointing to the Cross Sheep arrow. Cross Sheep is going to summon any level 4 from our graveyard, and Grangular is going to send the Shaddoll Apcolone. This is going to allow us to set up our window lock. We're going to summon the Toy Tank from the graveyard, like I said, any level 4, and we're going to go into a rank 4 Dugaris here. Dugaris is going to let us special summon the level 6 Dark Magician Girl from the graveyard. Now, because we have 2 level 6s, one a tuner and one a non-tuner, we can go into Ultimaya. Now, Ultimaya is a very interesting card. What it does is, if you set a card, which we're doing here, it triggers its effect, allowing us to go into a level 7 or 8 Synchro Dragon monster. We're going to go into Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. That is an insane disruption, a huge boss monster. We're going to now go into Verte, and then go into IP Masquerena. So all the cards around us are essentially useless. They could just be used for link fodder. So we're gonna use Verte's effect, go and send the ref, and go into Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, our baby boy. And what do we have here? We're going to add this Cartesia back. What do we have here? We have IP Masquerena and Predaplant, which can be linked off during our opponent's main phase into whatever you choose. I'm playing SP Little Knight because SP is 2 disruptions. You can go into Appaloosa, you can go into Avramax, you can go into Nightmare Griffin, whatever you like. We have Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, which is a monster effect negate and destruction. We have an Omni Negate and Dragoon. We have a Windalock. We have a Grangular into a Lulu Negate. We have so much stuff, not to mention the Droplet, Maxi, Ghost Ogre that we drew into. So this is a crazy combo, tons of disruptions here. I just kind of, you know, throw out everything just because I could. So they're going to play Wanted, go and search for Diabell. They are actually playing a Snake Eyes deck, but it is a ref Snake Eyes deck. They're going to go into Dragoon because I feel like they probably thought that was their best shot at survival, but this is a death board. You're not going to out this board. We're going to go SP Little Knight to get rid of the Wanted in the graveyard because that Wanted in the graveyard could be a problem. They go into ref. We draw a card because of Maxi. Now they're going to play Subversion and target our Crystal Wing. We're going to negate that. They are going to try to negate our negate. They're going to Dragoon negate our Dragoon negate. We're going to Droplet their Dragoon because our Dragoon is better. Our Dragoon is better. We negate their Dragoon, and I'm pretty sure that's all she wrote for this duel. Yeah, our opponent scoops it up. Crazy board, crazy duel. This is what Diviner can open up. This is what you can pull off with just 2 cards in a Dark Magician deck. That is unheard of. That is what we can do now. Let's go into the deck list. So this is the deck that we have came up with. It's a little bit different than our previous one, but I do think it is more consistent, like I mentioned, at getting out Dragoon, which is the purpose of the deck. Now, before we get into the list, I do want to say if you guys skip to the end to see the deck list, shame on you. Go back and watch the whole thing. I think there's a lot of important information in this that is very, very helpful, as well as it kind of helps you learn how to play the deck. I do want to be fully transparent. This is still a Dark Magician deck. And I said it a long time ago, like I think over a year ago, even though we have Dragoon, we're still not even a rogue tier deck. So we're going to struggle. We're going to figure out things along the way to make the deck better. Be careful of what we see online from other people. You know, obviously there's some great, you know, DM YouTubers out there that I know that produce great content. I'm not necessarily talking about them. I'm not talking about anyone specifically. I just see a lot of builds that when I test them out or when I look at them, I'm like, is that really going to work as well? Or is this only working in bronze, for instance? So I try to give you guys a deck list that can compete, that I use in diamond and master rank. I think this is a very good one. Let's talk about it a little bit. But before then, if you like the video, hit the thumbs up button. It means a lot to me. It helps the channel a lot. Also, consider subbing because we're so close to 3K. That would mean so much to me to make it to 3K before the new year. We have a short period of time, but I think we could do it. Thank you guys in advance. And not just for me, guys. Be sure to sub to your favorite YouTubers, especially the small ones, because if you like their content and you want them to keep creating more, that's a way that you can help them. It's free. Hit that like button. Leave a comment below. For those that don't know, my cat Merlin just had surgery. He is recovering. So leave a little get well soon in the comments below. He'll love it. Trust me, he'll love it. We'll talk about this deck real quick. We obviously said the 3 Diviner. I switched out the Ref for the Branded Fusion. Ref is more consistent at getting out Dragoon, as well as it did free up a lot of extra deck space. Magical Eyes Fusion for the crackback. It allows us to go into Dragoon a second time, which is huge. And I like Droplet. I feel like DM is not good at trading 1-for-1 negates, so we have to play a card like Droplet to break boards. It has great synergy with Toy Soldier and Toy Tank. Now for the extra deck, it's been kind of tight. I've gone in and out with Imduck. Imduck is great with Magical Eyes Fusion. Celine can bring back Dragoon. I've played that. This is what I've kind of finalized. I'm probably going to keep tinkering with it because while the Diviner combos are very, very cool, Diviner is unfortunately only a 3 of, and there's no way to search it. So we have to be very careful with our extra deck because there's kind of like 4 cards in here committed to Diviner, and I don't know if that's the most practical, but it is very powerful. So that is what I've came up with right now. I'm working on something new. Hopefully I can get it finished up and get that list out to you guys very, very shortly, because so far I'm really liking the results. We'll see though. Hopefully that's not too long from now. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys think. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care of yourselves. Go out everyone. Make somebody's day special. Peace and love, Habibis.